Okay, good morning to all. Today I am going to discuss about the chapter number 7, system programming of the operating system. Before going to discuss about this chapter number 7, system programming, what are the articles we will going to discuss in this chapter? There is a concept of system programming and so difference from application compiler, function of compiler, compare compiler and interpreter, 7 phases of compiler, brief description of each phase. First in this chapter, I have to focus about what is software. Generally, the software refers to the set of instructions fed in form of programs to govern the computer system and process the hardware components. Depending on its use and area of implementation, softwares can be divided into 3 major types: system software, application software, utility software. So, first come to what is the system software. The system software, these are the software that directly allows the user to interact with the hardware components of a computer system. The system software can be further divided into 4 major types. Operating system, it is the main program that here the system software. Operating system, it is the main program that governs and maintains the intercooperation of the components of a computer system. For example, Windows operating system, Linux operating system, Mac operating system. Next is your language processor. The hardware components present in the computer system does not understand human language, and there are 3 types of language involved in the world of human-machine interaction. Machine level language, the machine only understands the digital signals or the binary codes or the binary language which consists of strings of 0 and 1, and these are totally machine dependent language. Next is your assembly level language. These are the low level language that forms a correspondence between machine level instruction and general assembly level statements. Assembly language uses a mnemonics to represent each low level machine instruction or operation code, also called the opcodes. For example, ADD, an add instruction is used to add two entities. Halt instruction is used to stop the process. It is a machine dependent language and varies from processor to processor. Next is your high level language. These are the simple English statements that humans use to program and code as it is easy to read and understand to the human world. Example, Java, C, C++, Python, etc. The machine level language is very complex to understand and code. Therefore, the users prefer the high level language or the HLL for coding, and these codes need to be converted into the machine language so that the computer can easily understand and work accordingly. This operation is performed by the language processor, which is made up of further 3 components. One is your assembler, again is your compiler and the interpreter. What do you mean the assembler? This language processor is used to convert the assembly language into machine level language. Compiler, as everybody know, this language processor is used to convert high level language into machine level language is one way. Thus execution time is faster and the error detection is difficult in a compiler. So that means compiler is a converter, it is a translator which translates the program at a time, and though its execution speed is very fast, but it is difficult to identify the error through the compiler. Next is the interpreter. This language processor is also used to convert high-level language into machine-level language line by line. And thus execution time is slow, but error detection is easier in an interpreter as it reports as soon as fog is caught and restarts the process. This consumes unnecessary memory. Programming languages like Python, Ruby and Java uses an interpreter. So these are the language processor. Next is the device drivers. What is the device drivers? The next here, the device driver. The device driver and the device programs are the system software that acts as an interface between the various input-output device and the users or the operation system. For example, the printers, web cameras come with a driver disk that is needed to be installed into the system to make the device run in the system. So device driver, that is the software which is used to make a link between the operating system and the corresponding device. So every device having a device driver. In the previous days, the device driver software is available separately with that device, but nowadays some devices like flash devices having the device driver software, inbuilt device driver software like pen drive. When you mounted the pen drive with in a computer system, automatically the device driver software is installed with that system. Now and the driver now the device is ready for the work. And some device having the separate software, it can be loaded into the operating system. Next is your BIOS. It stands for Basic Input Output System and is a small format that contains the peripheral or the input-output devices attached to the system. The software is also responsible for starting the operating system or initiating the booting process. That is the BIOS system. Next come to the application software. These are the basic software used to run to accomplish a particular action and task. These are the dedicated softwares dedicated to performing simple and single tasks. For example, a single software can serve to both the reservation system and banking system. These are divided into two types. One is general purpose application software, another was specific purpose software. For general purpose software, these are the types of application software that comes in built and ready to use, manufactured by some company like Microsoft Excel, VLC Media Player, Adobe Photoshop. That is a general purpose application software. The specific purpose application software, these are the type of software that is customizable and mostly used in real-time or business environment. That means demandable. Client is demanding this type of software, and this is the example: ticket reservation system, healthcare management system, hotel management system, payroll management software system. So these are the application software. So generally, system software makes a platform on which the application software is running. So without system software, the system cannot run smoothly, but without application software, it may be run. So system software makes a platform on which the application softwares are running and working properly. So today's class this much. So next we are going to discuss about utility software. Thank you for all.